Hello, Wicked Edge Expert Corner Group and YouTube channel. I want to talk about sharpeners. We had a post with this really cool looking Russian or Chesnik or whatever sharpener it is, had it posted. And it's very cool. But it's not what we do here. The Wicked Edge Expert Corner Group is about getting the most out of your Wicked Edge, whether it be by technique, by learning how to use it better, or maybe by upgrading it or accessorizing it to get the most out of it. This is just another sharpener. It's another horizontal sharpener. It's very cool. It's all whited out. It's a real neat knife, real wide, thick looking knife. But it's the same thing. All sharpeners, Wicked Edge, TS Prof, this thing, all of them have the same issues. The issue is the clamp holding the knife that you're trying to sharpen. The stuff that you're talking about there, the angle, that's cool on that big, thick, wide knife at a wide angle. But I'm looking to slice, to sharpen knives at 14 degrees that I used to slice overripe tomatoes, to bite into that rubbery skin. These heavy bladed knives with thick bevels, they're not a challenge to sharpen. So that's that. But all sharpeners have the same clamping challenge that Wicked Edge has, that I try to deal with the stable riser and the riser blocks and other things. Because we, as Wicked Edge users, we made a purchase and an investment in a piece of equipment that is precision manufactured in this country. And we don't want to just throw it up to get something that's from offshore, a whole different sharpener. There's nothing wrong with the Wicked Edge. And it's not that, and there's other ones. But you got to decide what you want. Do you want a CNC machine that floats along like Tom Morgan does, that he can preset and have a knife that has a bevel angle on one position and a different bevel angle on the other position, irrespective of how it curves? He wants to design how he can sharpen his knife. He wants to design and machine sharpen and machine grind a knife so that he can sharpen it at whatever incidental angle he wants anywhere along there. That's cool, but it has nothing to do with reality. What we're doing here is we're helping Wicked Edge users get the most out of their Wicked Edge. And the Wicked Edge sharpener, we set the angle with the cube here, and we try to find a position to clamp the knife, the sweet spot, and we go at it and we sharpen the knife as best we can within what we can work with by accessorizing it and whatever. It is a vertical knife. So by being clamped vertically, Wicked Edge removes a challenge that all of those other sharpeners have. They're laying flat and you're looking at it flat. And I'm measuring an angle that's real easy to see. Well, when that's laying flat, it's got to be level first, like this is vertical. But this is clearly vertical. It's easy to be vertical and easy to see it. Well, now when you lay it horizontal, my brain looks at it and has to figure out, how do I transfer this into something that I can make sense of? So first of all, I have to make sure that the horizontal knife is vertical, is that it's flat and it's level and it's perpendicular to the mount. This is right there, it's easy enough to see, so it's simpler for me to understand, to work with. And I'm starting with a fixed position. I'm working both sides of the knife simultaneously like this, so whatever I do, I can do. Whereas on a horizontal, I'm only working one side of the knife with the tip going in one direction, then I'm flipping it over. My brain is trying to figure out, how do I match the back side with the front side when it's this side up and that side down, and the tip is over here. So that flip-flopping and the vertical horizontal and the clamping issues with the shallow angles still hitting, it's the same. Now, if you want to put a CNC machine on there and some sort of a read device so that you can read it as you're going along, then that's not Wicked Edge. So it's very cool, and I am flattered that you think enough about my understanding of sharpening with Wicked Edge that you want to put up this very cool sharpener. What I think about that sharpener is that it's a reactive sharpener. It floats along, from what I'm reading, that thing floats along and matches. So if it's floating along and matches, it's not instantaneous. It has to read to adjust. So you are behind. You're not right there measuring and doing instantaneously. It's floating along. So it is, by the nature, going to take that shape of that knife and level it out and blend it in because it's floating. Now, if it did what Tom said and it was an actual mechanical device, it could be more precise and reactive and instantaneous, and then maybe match the incidental angle. But all that said, we're working on Wicked Edge, and I'm trying to improve the geometry of these guys that bought Wicked Edge 100s and 120s and 60s and help them to improve the geometry, to make it easier to adjust, to get more out of the sharpeners that they invested in, and they have the stones and they have the experience, but it just wasn't quite enough to keep their interest all these years, but they kept it. I'm trying to say, welcome back. Here's what we can help you to do to your old Wicked Edge and your new Wicked Edge models to get the most out of them. I'm not looking to compare it with other sharpeners. That's not my thing. Although all those other sharpeners don't meet up to the simplicity of working with this that I find. Thanks.